everyone. We are here to talk about how we can go ahead and use Canvas's feature to go ahead and do a data analysis of our quizzes. So we're going to look at two quizzes that my kiddos did last year when I taught 5th grade. The first one that we're going to look at is an adding and subtracting fraction mastery check. I'm choosing this one because this one was an all multiple choice question quiz. I just chose some released EOG questions, and this was their mastery check after we did our adding and subtracting fractions unit. So you can see I have my I can, I have my what it would be if this was the NC EOG. Of course, the EOG is not only 6 questions, but that's how we kind of always framed stuff for our kiddos. And then they also had to submit their work if they were virtual. This was during hybrid times, which was such a wonderful time in my life. And it will be a time that I will never have again as long as I have anything to say about it. But my virtual kiddos uploaded their work. And then, of course, my in-person kiddos, I got to just see it. So we're going to go over here and click on Quiz Statistics, and you will see that it already generates all of this data for us. So the average score is 52%. Hybrid took it all out of us. That definitely wasn't the best average score, but it was okay. With a high score of 100 and a low score of 17. You can see it also says the average time. This was definitely skewed by my virtual kiddos. Bless them. A lot of them had a lot of stuff going on, and so they might have a quiz up for a while. So I wouldn't necessarily say that that was a good indicator, but it is when we're all in person. You can see exactly kind of where all of the scores fell. And then my favorite part is the question breakdown. And so right here, here's that question, and it shows 1 person chose A, 4 chose B, 8 chose the correct one of C, 3 chose D. If you click on where it says respondents, it will actually show you each kiddo's name. I'm not going to do that just for confidentiality, but you can really kind of do some data analysis, and like I'm trying to find one that was. So this one was kind of all over the board, right? Let's see. So this one right here. Out of this one, the next closest one was C, right? And so when I'm doing a data analysis with my kiddo, or an error analysis, excuse me, that's the one that we can really look at and be like, hey, like, why did we choose this one? What was the mistake that the test makers were thinking we would make with this one, okay? And it's all right here. You can also, again, I'm not going to do it just for confidentiality, but you can also click a student analysis, and it will do all of this per student. You can also do an item analysis, and it's very much like the item analysis from Mastery Connect, and it will graph it all per item. All right, so this was a multiple choice one. This one right here, this was one of our social studies ones, was a westward migration mastery check. And for this one, I had them use our ACE strategy with each question. So this is an essay quiz. So what do I mean by an essay quiz? If you don't use the ACE strategy, I highly recommend it. A stands for answer the question, cite evidence, and then explain the evidence. Let's see if it will actually load. Here we go. Okay, so there was 3 short answer questions. So first they had to say what was the Louisiana Purchase and its impact, then how the idea of manifest destiny negatively impacted the Native Americans, and then describing the journey west for settlers. And I just realized that that was a 1 point instead of a 3 point. That was probably a mistake. Also, again, I blame hybrid. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go on back, and then let's look at how the quiz statistics look a little bit different for this one. This one you can see we had a slightly better score, that overall score of 2, which is pretty good. Average time, this one definitely took kiddos a little bit longer. So for this one, it's graphing it based on which ones did I give the full 3 points to, which ones did I give the full 2 points to, which one did I give the full 1 point to, okay? So you can see that the vast majority were in that 3, right? And I can kind of see if I hit view in SpeedGrader, I can see those individual responses that I scored as 3, 2, and 1. All right, friends, I hope this was helpful. As always, let me know how I can support and assist, and I hope you enjoy all of Canvas's features.